We want to welcome you in here on this Thursday. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
Whoa, 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 Tim Pham. It is not Thursday.
What is it?
Friday Eve. Yes.
Oh my gosh, how dare I?
Welcome to Friday Eve, friends. Thomas, I know you're looking forward to the weekend. We're looking forward to all things fair related. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, tell us about the forecast.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the bus stop forecast because the kids can't get too far ahead of themselves either. Nice and cool first thing this morning. A lot of 50s and 40s for the inland northwest, just as it has been these last 2 days. But likewise, mid 70s as school will be heading out during the afternoon hours. So temperature-wise has been the same, whether it's been cloudy or sunny. In this case, it's sunny out there, but the clear skies left a few areas a little bit cooler overall. 42 in Colville Deer Park, 39 the cool spot in St. Mary's. Not surprised whatsoever to see those kind of readings. It's actually pretty normal for early September, but there's all that sunshine still in the low 50s here in Spokane.
Happening today, Spokane County is hosting an open house for the future West Plains Community Park. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones has been following this story. He's in the newsroom right now. So Brandon, what can people expect to happen at that meeting? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. Well, this is actually the second open house held for the project, and tonight's agenda includes going over the master plan concept and will also feature a children's playground design workshop. But before the meetings take place, here's what you need to know about the West Plains Community Park. Back in November of last year, Spokane County Parks and Recreation and Golf received a $6 million reward, a part of the American Rescue Plan Act. Those funds were designated to create a new 10-acre park that will be located in Cheney on West Melville Road. Tonight, residents are encouraged to attend and discuss results from a recent park survey that was conducted. The county is also asking for children to share their input and vision for what they would like to see at the new playground. After tonight's meeting, the design team will review input received and develop a draft master plan for review and comment at the final open house hosted on October 10th. So if you're interested in attending the open house tonight, it will begin at 5 p.m. at the Inland Power and Light Company training room. Live in the newsroom, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Last night was a busy night for police in downtown Spokane. One person was killed in a crash and another was shot in the span of just a few hours.
This morning, the man who was shot remains in critical condition. Police say they do have a man in custody for the shooting. This happened around 8 last night near State Street and Pacific Avenue. Police say they found the victim shot in the middle of the street right by the House of Charity homeless shelter. Right now, we do not know what led up to the shooting or if the two men even knew each other. But just a few hours before that shooting, a person was killed and another seriously hurt in a car crash downtown. This happened at the intersection of South Maple Street and West 4th Avenue. A man and woman were walking across the street when they were hit by a car. The woman died and the man remains in critical condition at this time. The driver of the car was not injured and stayed in the area to cooperate with police. Right now, police do not believe the driver was speeding or under the influence.
Covering North Idaho this morning, the West Bonner County School District canceled another meeting last night. The district posted the notice of the cancellation on their website 90 minutes before the meeting started. This is actually the second time the school district special meeting was canceled in the last week. On Friday, a judge approved a restraining order submitted by voters in Bonner County. Right now, those voters are in the middle of trying to recall School District Chairman Keith Rutledge and Vice Chair Susan Brown.
They still aren't listening to the people that they are supposed to be representing. They should feel embarrassed.
The restraining order says the board cannot make any decisions that change who is on the board or anything that financially affects the district until after the commissioner can review the recall votes. The commissioner is expected to do that today.
City Council members Zach Spokane and Betsy Wilkerson are working to censure Mayor Nadine Woodward. It's a response to Woodward's recent appearance with former state representative Matt Shea.
So the mayor later said her involvement was unintentional, but council members say that response is not enough. KREM 2's Janelle Finch explains what this means and its impacts.
To be clear, a censure does not impact Woodward's ability to hold office, but Councilman Spokane explains it's a formal disapproval of the mayor's behavior from City Council. Spokane says this censure is a strong formal warning that this is not okay in Spokane.
We've heard from members of our community daily at this point that are still upset about what happened and think that is inappropriate, and it is inappropriate.
The actions Councilman Zach Zapone is talking about took place at the podium just 2 days after the Gray and Oregon Road fire started. The mayor and a self-proclaimed Christian nationalist shared the stage at the Let Us Worship concert. While on stage, former state representative Matt Shea prayed over Woodward.
A minute before the mayor got up on the stage, Matt Shea compared homosexual marriage to the wildfires. And that is not appropriate for the mayor to get up there and pray and embrace someone that is making those comparisons in our community.
A member of the LGBTQ community, Zapone says he was shocked and hurt to see his city leader alongside Shea.
It makes me question, how do you work with someone who is directly being supported and hugging people that want to get rid of you? Like, that's essentially what it is. And so there's a lot of, you have to suck it up and get the job done, because that's what the citizens of Spokane expect from us, is to figure out how to work together to get it done, but it does make it difficult.
The mayor has repeatedly apologized for the appearance and said she didn't know Shea would be there. It's worth noting Matt Shea posted on Twitter days later saying this is an annual event planned months ago and it was not for the fire victims. Shea said the mayor accepted the invitation before the fire started. This afternoon, she shared a statement with KREM 2. It reads in part, quote, "I do not support the reviews and did not seek their support. I should have done more to learn the exact details of the event and attendees. I apologize that my appearance with them, although unintentional, has hurt members of our community and caused a distraction when we need to focus on the health and safety of Spokane." Zapone says the mayor's responses have been inadequate and feel like excuses. Zapone says the draft censure resolution will be presented to the Urban Experience Committee on Monday. It could then go to the advanced agenda before going to council for a vote. In the studio, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
All right, the time now is 7:08. We want to get to meteorologist Thomas Patrick for a look at your forecast. Thomas, people are already making plans for the weekend because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. And yeah, a lot going on between the fair, there's the football game in Pullman, and the weekend weather should be excellent. But today, mostly sunny skies until we get a chance for some rainfall this evening. And on that, we're watching a storm system which is still off the Oregon coast. I'll have the latest timing details on when that rain is set to arrive and who is most likely to get that, all coming up in my full forecast in about 10 minutes.